Hey guys, welcome back to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. And so today I'm bringing you guys some Rayleigh and Sengoku gameplay. So Rayleigh and Sengoku are the new Bounty Festival characters that just came out last night, or this morning I guess. So let's just jump into these games. I have about 5 pre-recorded games I'm just going to talk over. And you're going to hear, my thoughts and stuff like that. So let's just go. Alright, perfect. So, this is in the challenge mode. In this challenge mode, all characters are level 80 with skill level 4. No medals, no boosts, no nothing. And yeah, so Rayleigh, Sengoku, and Garp all get bonus scores to get the rewards, but other than that, nothing has changed battle-wise, right? So, just going over my personal thoughts, or I guess initial thoughts on the characters. I think they're both really, really good. They're also both extremely hype characters. I'm a little bit interested, though, in seeing why exactly they decide to make these guys come out at the same time. But they are both really, really good. You can see there that I actually one-shot that Shanks, and if he didn't have the survival trait that leaves him with 1 HP, he'd be dead, right? So that's pretty cool. Excuse me, just sitting, changing my chair here. But yeah, so I think they're both really, really good units. They do have some flaws about them, which is fine. I don't expect them to be completely broken. I don't expect them to be Blackbeard and Shanks EX level stupid, right? But they are both really, really good. Now, they are also, I want to say, they both excel at exactly what they're supposed to be doing, right? So Sengoku is like your perfect defender. I wouldn't say perfect, but he is such a good defender. He gets reduced damage in his area, treasure area. He gets reduced damage when he gets knocked down. He gets his medal set, like his personal Sengoku medal reduces damage. And his skill too gives him a defense boost and heal. Like he is so good, and it also gives, as you can see, their enemies. It gives your allies, health boost and defense boost. Right? It's so good. But yeah, he's basically such a great defender, and him being blue really does help his place in the meta, right? I do think that characters like Fujitora and Magellan are a little bit better than him. That's my personal opinion, though. I don't have Fujitora or what the hell's his name? Magellan. I don't have either of them, so it's a little bit, I can't say for sure, right? But from what I've experienced playing against them and then playing with Sengoku, that's just kind of my initial thoughts. With Rayleigh, I mean, I saw people on the Reddit saying that he's better than Kaido. I think him and Kaido just have different roles. Kaido really only has one ability, which is that thunder move, and then him boosting himself. Kaido has a little bit more survivability than Rayleigh, but with Rayleigh, you're trying to bait out abilities, get perfect dodges, and basically one-shot people, where Kaido, you're supposed to be, this looming monstrosity entering the battlefield, right? So, that's just, I think they're a little bit different, but again, I think Rayleigh still excels at being a green attacker. They're both really, really good units, and I'm actually pretty what's the word I'm looking for? I'm satisfied with how they both came out. This is the next match here. Okay, so as for moving on to like viability in the current meta, now if you're new to this game, you probably don't see it at lower ranks. But if you're at a higher rank, I would say anything above A, A plus, S plus, SS plus SS. I'm currently in SS rank. I have been since before the 1 year, or yeah, before the 1 year anniversary. It is flooded with Blackbeard and Shanks. Now, they're still the best units in the game. There's not a single unit that has come out that has taken that away from them. But there are units that come out that kind of, I don't want to say give them a run for their money, but they do make playing against them easier, right? So you have Sengoku here. I'm just going to talk about him first since, we're playing him. I think he matches up really, really, really well against Blackbeard. And you can kind of tell what kind of, how they're supposed to be matched up against, right? Because you got Blackbeard, Sengoku, both defenders. One of them is blue, one of them is red. And then you have Shanks and Rayleigh, both attackers. One of them is blue, one of them is green, right? Which is what I said a couple videos ago. I don't think they should be releasing any red characters for a while. Even though Snake Man was red, he literally needed to have a survivability trait which prevented him from being one-shot in order to be viable, right? Where these guys, they're both really strong, they're both really good. They match up well. So with Sengoku here matching up against Blackbeard, Sengoku is a better pure defender than Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard his strengths come with attacking, right? He's like Blackbeard is basically a giant meat sack that will just run at you and kind of just punch you and slap you around and drag you around the map, right? And he'll heal. If he kills someone, he'll heal. Well, not heal, but he has a second life. His team boost, it's insane, right? He heals so much damage. Whereas Rayleigh is interesting how he matches up against Shanks, in my opinion. He is still really, really good. But he lacks the survivability that Shanks has. Not to say that Rayleigh doesn't have any at all, because Rayleigh still has, he heals off of kills. He also teleports with perfect dodges. Now, I'm not sure when you're going to see it here, but he does, there it is right there against me. He does teleport if you perfect dodge, right? So if you perfect dodge, it doesn't matter the distance, even if it's Sogeking using his Firebird Star. If you perfect dodge, you're going to teleport behind them, stun them, you get an attack boost, and then you use that skill 1 there, and you're basically going to one-shot anyone. Or not anyone, but most people, right? You saw me use it in Fishman Island against Shanks, and again, I didn't beat him. There it is, the perfect dodge again. He has an anti one-shot trait, which helps him a lot, and I don't know if Rayleigh would be broken with it, but I think he kind of needs one too. Just because of his gameplay style, you're meant to be in the middle of fights, perfect dodging, slashing people. His second attack literally just kind of like yeets him into the battle there, and he has a 30% damage reduction when he gets knocked down. But it's still, I think either when he gets knocked down or if he takes more than 50% health, one of those two, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's still, it's not anything like Shanks, right, with the counter and his sniping ability, right? But he's still really, really good. I think he's one of the best attackers in the game, still, right? It's just, it could just me being, I guess, a fan of defenders, as well as I've been playing Snake Man nonstop. I literally just today got his title for I think 100 games won. So it's like you can see there, you just get, about to get deleted ASAP, but I just got Snake Man's title, and Snake Man he has some cool. He can't get one shot, and I think at least on Rayleigh, I think I would rather have the one shot protection than the damage reduction. That's just me personally, but I get why they gave him the damage reduction. If you're going 1v1 against Shanks, you get knocked down, you're at least going to be able to survive a lot of Shanks attacks. If you perfect dodge once, you basically are gonna get him down to 1 HP, right? He's really, really good. I'm trying to think of what else. I kind of feel the same way about Sengoku, about his lack of survivability, but his lack of survivability his lack of survivability comes from him just being a meat shield against everyone. Sengoku is he literally is just supposed to, with his traits of reducing damage on his treasure, reducing damage when he gets knocked down, reducing damage with his metals. He's literally meant to sit around his treasure, protect it, and not take damage, right? Which, I mean, honestly, it works. Like, I played a match earlier today where I literally spent the entire first 2 minutes of the game protecting my treasure against Ivankov, who's a green unit, so has type disadvantage, or has type advantage, sorry. And I just never died. I didn't do any damage, because Sengoku doesn't really do too much damage. He can, but for the most part, Sengoku just wants to, he just wants to stand by his stand by his flag and just not take damage, right? Now, I do think their lack of survivability is kind of a problem, but I think it's such a difficult thing to mention, because obviously not every character should have survivability like Shanks and Blackbeard, but I just think with how Sengoku's about to be played, he might be a little bit too broken if he had an extra life or some sort of protection, but I understand it, right? Only two characters other than Shanks and Blackbeard have it, and those characters are Snake Man and Ivankov, I think. But still, I feel like I noticed their lack of survivability a lot, and I'm not sure if it's just me, but playing Snake Man, there's a lot of times where I survive with 1 health, and I either cap a flag or do something, get a meat, whatever. But with these guys, it's not really an option, right? So I mean, that's basically how well they match up against EX units. Unfortunately, the only EX unit you really see me fight against here is Shanks. For some reason, I wasn't playing against a lot of Blackbeards, but Shanks, Rayleigh does kind of well against. Again, I feel like he's squishy. Like, if you see on the bottom, they're only 6,000 health, but with not a lot of defense. So I don't know. It's just. Did we watch this already? I think we did. I think we might have watched all these already. I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, that's just kind of my final thoughts about the characters. I think they're both really, really good. I only got one copy, so they're both at level 60. If I get them to level 80, I might try and play some league ranked, and see how they kind of stack up with medals and boost and stuff like that, because I would do that. I'd boost them to at least 1, give them some medals, and see how they do there. But unless other than that, I don't know. I mean, I would definitely have fun playing them in these challenge battles. They're just kind of I don't know, weird characters. I do definitely think they're both really, really strong. Sengoku is honestly more of my gameplay style, but I think the way Sengoku operates with wanting to stay on a treasure, it's going to be really hard to win with Sengoku, because at least the meta right now, from what I'm experiencing, a lot of people just want to run around. Like, if you look at the map right now, take a look at the map right now. Look at this. Like, what is going on here? You have this person is here. This person is capping the enemy flag. Our flag has been captured already. Like, and I have 2 people here. just like attacking our flag. Like, you know, it's the meta and gameplay and, you know, I guess like strategies and stuff is just all over the place lately, especially in challenge mode where people of lower ranks can kind of fight evenly, but it's very, very odd. And so I think, honestly, Rayleigh will kind of fit better in the meta, although I still think Sengoku is really, really good. And I think, I mean, you can definitely pull out some W's with him if you can. Look at this Garp just straight up attacking me because he thinks I'm the enemy for some reason. So yeah, that's it. That's really my final thoughts. I do want to mention that it is kind of weird that they release these two guys together because they're from two separate arcs. I guess mini arcs, right? They're both from the same saga, but one of them being from Sabaody, one of them being from Marineford. I think it's weird that they were released together, especially since this came, the previous Bounty Fest was Impelled Down, and after Impelled Down, I mean, so we have Sabaody, Island of Women, Impelled Down, and then Marineford. So they kind of just skipped the Island of Women, which I mean I get. There's not really any characters there besides Boa, which we have like 2 of or 3 of. I think 2. But still, it's weird that they like decided to add Rayleigh and then Sengoku, where they could add Sengoku and basically anyone else from Marineford. So that's just kind of my thought process. It makes it a little bit difficult to kind of figure out what they're going to be doing next, especially since I think the next step up, like regular scout character, is going to be Uroge, which is from Sabaody Archipelago. So it's weird that this is what they're going with. They're kind of hopping around, but you know, that's really it. That's my final thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought about the gameplay. Let me know what you guys think. If you have Rayleigh and Sengoku, let me know what you guys think about them. If you don't have them, let me know what it feels like playing against them without them. Right now, at least in this mode here, it's a little bit weird playing against them with your regular level 80 characters, but I'd like to know what other people think about them. If you guys like the video, make sure to just hit the like button, share the video if you can, and let me know what you guys want to see next. I did get all the rewards for Challenge Battle, so I don't mind to. I'm not going to be trying to get a high rank, but I might still play it just because I think it's a little bit more fun playing characters that aren't useful. Or that are not useful, but other characters that I can't use in League Battle because they're not a high enough level. So if you want to see other characters that either you don't have or whatever, just let me know, and I can actually just try and hop in and record some gameplay. I have a lot of characters. I'm missing only a couple, like things like Lucci, Fujitora, Magellan, Marco, but I have a lot of other characters. I have most characters, so I can definitely bring them into this game if you want. Thank you guys for watching the video. Again, be sure to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.